Okay, sigi video sisu fundamental rights ki continuation last part oidine ko. Listeners, I first to video to discuss the with fundamental right ki definition or rights ki meaning se karino aduga kanana pi deino kanana kari karino haibama part ani thona discuss the way aduga pi diba right. Say for example India ki constitution fundamental rights Taruk and Saf art adui manung piriba article sing do in cash violation the matamda who would protect it in case of the violation of the fundamental right and how habida adui question do address tong bagi part ni ko right to constitutional remedy size article number 32 say yone fundamental rights nang the rights period na mere declaration dang tawba period dang haraba adu piri pot nang na phangdragadi adugu manghalakanda protect tawdragadi art yaudedana aduna the mere declaration of rights is not enough until proper mechanism of enforcement is there. Article 32 under Constitution of India give right to constitutional remedies to those aggrieved person whose fundamental right is violated. By allowing them to go directly to the Supreme Court, it empowers the Supreme Court of India to issue various writs to enforce the fundamental right. This constitutional remedy itself is the essence making the fundamental right a living right by protecting and upholding other fundamental right. And that is why Article 32 is called heart and soul of the Constitution. To makta kera how the Supreme Court protect and guard the Indian Constitution haibada ko sigi answer se sigi parts in hana adum khumba yai ba kaygino har kan in miss na assign among the so enforcement ki meaning people the high ko right say violate the matamda it is the Supreme Court who is going to protect the rights. It is the Supreme Court who would uphold the Constitution by enforcing the fundamental right. Aduna right to constitutional remedies side solution hai ba aduna kamai to garaganda gi right violate tore and they can directly go to the Supreme Court and Supreme Court na kamai na enforce tawdin har kan read mayama mana issue tawbanga map ko. There are 5 type of writ that are issued by the Supreme Court. Sigi makhada lady se ko writ hairadi order haidare Supreme Court na to tawganu taw issues ma direction ma yam official oiba adugo si se follow tawdaba su yate ko for example 5 writs explain taro ke ko sigi habeas corpus abamalai mandamus prohibition certiorari quo warranto sigi writs different name people one situations to give by fundamental rights violate tawbagi situation to gi matung ina manasigi orders a fee for example habeas corpus is a writ to release a person who has been unlawfully detained high fundamental right na be right to life and right to liberty high tareko freedom to life admaina pi ko right to life say nang na hingba haiba sida sigi freedom sida inference mayam tawbe ningtam na hingba ningtam na shetba ningtam na chaba or even nang sikanam tan unlawfully detained tawbe yate ko ningtam haiba sida aduda in cash tawrena khalase emotion oiba miyama adu nangi right to violate tawi ko fundamental right violate tawi unlawful oina nang mi ma phajan base adu gumba case ta even state na or police na maram chadan hai tare ko unlawfully hai se lawfully nang crime ma tawbagi information piraga FIR adu da di ai ko adu bu in case unlawfully detained means your right is violated your fundamental rights ko adu my right to life oigera 14-15 violate tawba matamda Supreme Court now what can the Supreme Court do is detain tawri puzzle liba me to the authority to the private person oigera state oigera order ma pi ba ko adu duni ko habeas corpus ase mamingi wane issue high tar order ne ba ko Supreme Court na pirak ba adu habeas corpus ko bagi wane ba ko that was the first writ it's my tawduna fundamental right to enforce tong na ba nai second is mandamus a writ issued to secure the performance of public duties. Say public duties means, say for example, MLA hagera, minister hagera, magi office ta labor matam the certain function, magi duties kara labor ko or office ta. XYZ amana se public health oigera degi si DC ki office chitpa matamda information or nangi phangpam thokpa right khara leidana ko habadi nangi opportunity amade dum leibane information tan boy kera moy kera adu moina tawraktraba moina piraktraba adu matamdu su nangi right do violate tawen haini ba adu matamdu da thabak tawdaba officer to the public duties tawdaba officer or office to the mandamus thabe yaiba ko tharakte se order ni se Supreme Court na mi mana case tawrakanda budi Supreme Court na tharakte ni but Supreme Court na mandamus ki through the perform taw duties to perform taw haina enforce tawba yai. And number third, prohibition then a writ issued to restrain a lower court from acting beyond its jurisdiction. See, so Supreme Court na lower court say lower court ama high court oiro Manipur gi oiro Guwahati gi oiro case ama handle tabu matamda ko case say magi case to gi beyond the high tare agi power mamam loi lay have the Supreme Court oigera high court oigera any authorities in sana they are function under the jurisdictions of some power high tare ko limitation ama durgi rule ama regulation ma gi makha da perform toriba in this case Supreme High Court high tare ko dana magi case ki magi rule gi wang ma da adamaina case se act tawragadi adu matamdu da tawguno haina kaino da High Court to the Supreme Court na order ma pibe yai adu the prohibition ni ko this is also related to the enforcement of fundamental right so High Court na o pa saraga hai pa hena saraga case henjanba means kanagumba ma gi right to violate tawdine ko aduna in this case also the Supreme Court can issue writ prohibition thabe yai ha ko certiorari siga prohibition ga certiorari ga se drama na iba ko aduga sigi case season amu certiorari reason amu even rai bo pigrab High Court na rai ma pigrab adugi rai du bo order to that pa ngam ko Supreme Court na Supreme Court of India is very powerful it can be said that Supreme Court is one of the not one is one of the highest authority or highest commanding most powerful court in the world highway icon yam powerful oi aduga sigi q warrant to sina kana gumba amana unlawfully thabak changjan ba order yaw da bita hura laga or niyom chumdana order amta yawdana rule gi wang mada thabak ama lotion ba or office ma handle daw ba hai tare ko for example yam case yam like a minister ga ocean ba rule gi wang mada sum akoi Manipur dos case khara de thoki bani dum di oi ki adamaina rule gi wang mada public office ma paishan ba matam da nang to u adu nang na kana gi authority gi ayaba yawraga pairi no haiba se Supreme Court of India na order piba yaiba ko adugi writ tuna q warrant to writ education tana te order hai tare yam na powerful oiba written order from the Supreme Court or High Court gi su piba yai but this fundamental right violation to bagi case study only the Supreme Court of India can do it to issue under Article 32 gi makha da ni ko sigi writ sing se Supreme Court na issue to dai se adamaina lai and Supreme Court as a protector and guardians of fundamental right koi Indian ki constitution na period fundamental rights se kamaina Supreme Court na protect to birino guard to birino sigi 13 writ power issue to basina point number 1 very very important adegi article number 13 is my protect to yengosika article number 13 na haiba law that is inconsistent with the fundamental right can be declared null and void organ ahum lay sarkar gi executive legislatures judiciary legislatures ki mathau se law making ne ba legislature haidi MPs kumba MLA kumba ekhoigi law sem na bagdamakta prajana thari ba dugumba mihut sing se legislature kawe moina khoi India gi central level parliament level dana India gi oiba whole law sem dini adigi regional level state level Manipur gumba dana akhoigi MLA sing sina state ki law sem dine ba but question ama layebako. Can they make any law? Can they make the law whatever they want? Moina semning ba law semba adagi tawning ba tawba yabra? Yadaw manbra? Yadeko. Law semi ne moina legislature ni haragasu aikoigi mi yengona mi society ama or ethnicity ama katang support tawgada. For example, Maitai oibagi noi thabak quota 50% pire kaina law ma semjan bekta yabrana. Not allowed. Unfair oiko. Adagi injustice oi. Adagi fundamental right ki wang mata. Equality ki wang mata chali ko. Adagi religious ethnicity ma support tawna ba the minor law ma hekta same ba yade ba ko. Adubo sigi legislatures na same ba law sa. Same kraba law se yai natragi yade apse. Ekoi nekta hai ba yabra prajana ekta kakthit pa ngambra ngamde ko. Ekoi na palm de hai na movement obadi yai. Protest obadi ba yai. Adubu same ba law to kakthit pa dingam de. Sika na kakthit pa ngam ni harakan only the Supreme Court of India can do it. Legislature to ko yam powerful oy ba ko dana Supreme Court. Ado mai taw dana law semagasu legislature da check tawraga thamme. Smai taw dana legislature na law semi means na fundamental right violate tawruna law semaga di adu the Supreme Court of India na they can declare the law as null and void only because it is inconsistent with the fundamental right. Fundamental right violate tawi habagi damakta same ba loy kraba law to ba Supreme Court na kakthat pa ngame ba smai tawdana judicial review su kawai si kosigi power se to interpret and recheck the law made by the legislatures and that limit the legislature to make unconstitutional law same ba yada smai tawdana legislature bu check tawraga thammi aduga atopa high court oigera adagi authority oigera fundamental right violate tawbadagi private for that matter private party bu oigera limit amada thamme habako Supreme Court of India na adagi public interest litigation hiresina Supreme Court expanded the scope of assessing justice to public spirited individual to file litigations for the backward and downtrodden. Adagi sigi public interest litigation se Supreme Court nak mai daw garaganda justice kumba adagi tola taraba backward oraba ngamjadraba singse justice pina bakana gumba mihut amana habadi kaigumba injustice ama thopa matamda mi dugi muhut sinbiraga public interest file daw petition file daw bayai bako adugi power dosu Supreme Court na p smai tawrakanda Supreme Court na fundamental rights sibu nga aga gat tawraga thambi ko no is a 5 marks 10 marks to kitang sangto ka dum hi badi yai amaina hangak ko yai is a very important ne